Flosstube, this is Bernie from Hooking and Stitching. Today is Tuesday the 30th of March, very nearly at the end of March now, and welcome to my full Flosstube video. Can I start by saying a massive thank you to everybody that's liked, commented and subscribed on my previous videos. It's been really great. It was lovely to read all your comments, and I've been trying to comment back to everybody, and I'm just overwhelmed by how much support there's been. It's been absolutely wonderful to know that people are out there and enjoying what I'm working on, which is great to know. So, quick life update before I make a start on showing you what I've been working on. I'm now back to work. I'm off furlough, so I'm back in the office 3 days a week as opposed to just 1 day a week, which I know doesn't sound an awful lot if you work full time, but I've still got the children to deal with, which does mean I haven't quite got as much stitchy time, and the nights are getting lighter now. We've just had the clocks go forwards, so we're an hour later in the evening now when it gets lighter. Oh, it gets dark. And it just means we've got more time to spend at the horses and doing outdoorsy sort of things. So my stitching might not be quite as much as it was, but I am still working on it. It's my way of relaxing in the evening. Speaking of spring, today it's due to be about 22, 24 degrees. It's going to be the hottest day of the year so far in the UK. It's absolutely gorgeous outside today. The sun's shining, there's no clouds, I've got my washing on the line, my rabbits are out in the garden, and it's really good. The kids have had to take hats to school, and they're really pleased that it's warming up. They didn't have to take the coats, which was nice, and I'm even in short sleeves, which is unheard of. Speaking of spring, as some of you may know, I ride a horse called Jack. I don't own him, I part loan him, which means I pay a contribution each month towards his care, and I contribute my time into looking after him and working and riding him, which is great. But yesterday, I'm going to put a couple of pictures in here. They're a little bit blurry. They're stills from a video that my children took. And it was a time-lapse video, so I can't include the video because it shows me flying around, which, to be fair, I felt like I was just flying around. But yeah, I'll pop a couple of pictures in here of what he was like yesterday, full of the joys of spring. I was lucky to stay on board. No broken bones, I'm good. But yeah, he's definitely feeling the warmer weather too. Right, so to get into this Flosstube video, because that's what you're here for, I've got a new start, I've worked on my whips, I've got a bit of haul, and I've got some plans as well, and I need a bit of help with one of the plans, but we'll get to that one in a bit. Right, so just consulting my little book here. Last time I spoke to you, I told you I was going to have a new start, and I've got it here with me now. So this is Patchwork Cats by Jardin Privé. I'm not saying the French because I can't, but this is the one I'd planned to start, and I have started it. I've changed the colours slightly in this one because it wants to go in my bedroom, or I want it to go in my bedroom, so I changed out the oranges and the reds and things into some shades of pink. And I've done the cats in an overdyed, and the brown I've changed to a sort of browny grey, and I've changed up the border a little bit as well. You'll see that as well. I've gone more pinky than greeny. Yeah, I made a start on this, and it's on beautiful opalescent fabric. So my needle minder's holding it together, which has got a nice glimmery shine. So this is my start. As you can see, I've made a start. I started in the middle, and I worked my way up to the top corner, and I've done some of the border and some of because there's borders around each cat. So I've been working on those. I love the colours. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's a fun stitch actually. It's all the little sort of motifs, they don't take too long to do, and they usually take about one sort of strand of floss. So although it feels like I'm changing colour all the time, it's as much as I would be normally, because you know, I use a length of floss and then I have to rethread my needle anyway, so it's quite fun in that respect. Show you a bit closer. But you're really enjoying that, and I think it's going to be fairly quick because I'm like a quarter of the way done already, and I only worked on this for, what did I work on it? 3 days. Started it on the day I last filmed, and 3 evenings work in it. So really pleased with how that one started out, and it's gorgeous. So pop that to one side. So after that, I then moved on to my darling. And I've lost me. Where have I put it? Oh, for some reason I haven't brought the cover photo out. I thought I had. Oh, apologies. You kind of know what she looks like. I put a picture in here of what it looked like last time you saw it anyway, because it's almost finished. Now, I apologise, I'm not taking it off the frame this time. I figure you know what it looks like now when it's in its glory. So my frame's just been loosened off, the fabric isn't tight on there. But you'll probably see I did some more work down here in this corner, and I'm filling it right in. Let's see if I can hold this with one hand, it's heavy. So yeah, I worked all in here. All this side now is all full, there's no stitches left to put in, and I'm working my way across to under the cat's chin. Instantly, if anybody has any questions about this frame, this is an Omnique frame from the Omnique factory. Brilliant people there, much quicker than Millennium Frames from, yeah, because this is a quantum frame. Millennium Frames from Needle Needs. They're actually based in the UK, but I've heard you wait months and you wait months and months for those to come, whereas this wasn't so bad. And it's a big frame because it fits the whole thing on. It's a good size frame. And then I've got the adapter for my Lowry so that I can use it with that. So yeah, some good progress with that. How many stitches did I do? I did 449 on the first day, only 132 the next day, 453, and then 367 the following day. It went from 72.59 to 73.79, so I'm really getting close to that 75% mark. So it won't be much longer, I don't think. So that's that one. So after I'd worked on that, I then moved on to Spring Awakening, which is that one by Little Dove Designs. Lovely spring band sampler piece, really. Stitching this on, oh, now then, my darling is stitched on 18 count 2/1. And this is on 28 count 2/2. So I popped in a picture of what it looked like last time, and here it is now. So you can see it's, well, virtually the whole top of it now is done. I worked on finishing the house, I put that hill in with the sheep on the top, and then I've done the whole border across the top, part way down the side. I put the daffodils in under the tree and the sunshine. So apart from the border down the other side, the top half, that's finished. That's the whole top half, backstitched and everything, which is great. So next time I work on this, I'll probably finish off those borders and then start on the second half, which is page 2. So it's coming along lovely. I absolutely love how it looks. It's so cute. And these designs are beautiful. And I'm using my new Be Kind needle minder that I got, that I showed last time of my haul, because it suits this project. So that one I worked on for 3 days, 3 evenings, because it was weekdays, so it wasn't any weekend stitching, and that I was stitching on my darling over the weekend, but I was really busy, so not as much got done. So then the next thing I worked on was Unicorn Spring. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs, the artwork by David Penfold. Yeah, it is Penfold. Penfound. So this is a beautiful full coverage piece that I'm doing for my daughter. I'm stitching this on 28 count 2/1/2 stitch, so it goes a bit quicker, which is nice. Pop in a picture of what it looked like last time you guys saw it, and here it is now. So you can probably see I filled in right over to this corner. The whole top row, the first 10 stitches of the top row now is complete all the way along. So I'm filling it all in nicely. And yeah, the tree branches are going in now, and I've filled in some of the background around the unicorn's head. But yeah, it's a gorgeous piece. I love working on this one. Even though it's really confetti heavy, it's easy with Pattern Keeper. I can't praise Pattern Keeper enough. It just makes things so much easier. And I can just pick a thread, pick a colour, and just stitch until it runs out. And you know, because it's easy count fabric, it's really simple to see where the next stitch goes. And it just means I breeze through it. Which I absolutely love. Now, I've reached a target on this one. Started out with it at 22.76%. I'm using my little book. 22.76%, and then I put in over 2,000 stitches over the next 2.5 days because I worked on it a little bit one morning to get there. But I got it to 25%. Exactly 25% complete, so it's a quarter of the way done. So really pleased with that. Can't wait to work on it again because I love it. Let's pop that down there. And then the last thing I worked on was Plum Street Samplers Jeans and Weenies. This is part of the collection of sausage dogs, the dachshunds, that Paulette Stewart designed. And I absolutely love this because, just take it out, the dogs are wearing jeans. They have denim jeans on. How cool is that? That's absolutely brilliant. So I'll pop in a picture of where it was last time you saw it. Now this is being stitched on the same fabric as Spring Awakening. It's a 28 count ivory Lugana, I think it is. And I'm doing it 2/2. There it is. You can still see the hoop mark in this one, sorry. So I finished the pinwheel and then I moved over and did the dog. And the only thing left to do on the dog is its nose and its ear. But I was working on that last night to get it to that stage. And then the dog's tail is as far as it actually comes. So it's not going to be a huge piece. But yeah, we'll do the dog the other side. But I'll probably carry on this side, work my way up and do the motifs, and then start putting the lettering in. And then I'll move over to the other side and put the other dog in. I've got a cute Dachshund needle minder, look. I think that was from Mad About Crafts on Facebook. I think I've said that before. But yeah, really chuffed with that. I'm using a combination of DMC and overdyes on that, so you can probably see the dog has some variegation in it. And that red colour does as well, although it's not obvious. I think that's Garden Gate? No, Garden Gate's what the dog's stitched in. The red is something like a Weather Barn by Weeks Dye Works. But yeah, so those are all the cross stitch projects I worked on over the last fortnight. So that brings me on to plans and haul, because they're kind of going to go hand in hand. So I've been using the Tiny Decisions app to make my choice of what I'm going to stitch on, because sometimes I just look, oh, what do I want to stitch on, you know, what's appealing to me today. Whereas if I know what I'm working on in advance, I just get on and do it, and it's much easier. So I've used Tiny Decisions to plan out what I'm going to do over the next 2 weeks. So the first thing it brought up was Mini Mermaid at Sunset. That's this one. So it's Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by, I can never say this, Elena Lazareva. I think that's how you say it. This one's quite a popular one. I've seen quite a few people stitching this one, and it's the mini version. I think last time I was working on this, I was working on the background, which I'm not sure if I'll carry on or move on to the mermaid, but this is what she looks like at the moment. So again, it's quite a good percentage on this now. I think I'm coming up for the 50% mark. That might be something to aim for. I'll have to see what Pattern Keeper says about that. But this one I'm doing, this is 25 count, easy count, or easy guide fabric. And I'm doing this 1/1 full crosses. So I'm trying a few different methods for my my heids to see what I like most, and I think I do like the 10 stitch one the most. It's just so much quicker, but I think it depends on the pattern, but I think if your fabric's small enough it works quite well. But yeah, last time I was working on that yellow down in the background, so I might start filling in the middle top, you know, the middle highest area where her torso is, and get that put in this time. I think start seeing a bit more of her. I've worked on the background for quite a while. I think I deserve to work on her for a bit. So that's the first thing Tiny Decisions has hauled for me. So the next thing it came up with was Advent Animals by Brooks Books. So I haven't worked on this since you last saw it. The last thing you would have seen was I'd started Pearl Pig, is that her name, Pearl Pig? And it's just a piece of grey 14 count Ada. I got realised I could fit 2 on these offcuts that I had, which is brilliant. If I've got a picture of Pearl Pig I can show you. Have I got it here? No. Oh, is that it? Yes. That's Pearly Pig, not Pearl Pig, Pearly Pig. She's number 8. I was working out I need to do at least sort of 3 of these a month in order to have enough time to get them all finished and ready by Christmas, because I want to display them as like an advent calendar, which is exactly what they were designed for. But yeah, I need to crack on, finish Pearl Pig, and I think, yeah, after Pearl Pig, the next one, number 9, is Kenny Kangaroo. Look how cool he is with his sunglasses on. Of course, in Australia, it's warm at Christmas, isn't it? So that's why he's got a cold drink and his sunglasses. But these are nice quick stitches. You can see it's 43 by 52 stitches, so they're not big. I'm hoping I can get at least those 2 finished. I'm not sure what number 10 is. I haven't printed that one out yet. So if I get those 2 finished, I can crack on with number 10. Start whizzing my way through those. So then that takes us up to Easter Monday. So yeah, I've got a very busy weekend this weekend while I'm supposed to be stitching at Advent Animals. It's first horse show of the season. I'm not riding or competing. We're not taking Jack. We've only got a trailer that can hold 2 horses, and we've got 3 at our yard that compete, so we have to sort of take it in turns. So Jack's not going, but we are taking Billy and Willie, the 2 little boys, and my daughter is having her first show on both of them actually. She's taking Billy in the showing class and in the fun class. There's a Thelwell themed fun class, which I think will be absolutely brilliant for both of them because they look just like Thelwell cartoons. And then she's going to do some show jumping on Willie, because Willie's a bit calmer than Billy. Billy's likely to launch her into oblivion, whereas Willie will just trot over the poles, because there's tiny poles, because I'm going to be leading it the whole time. She's only 5. She's got a whole show outfit now, and we've got matching ties, and she's got pretty pink bows for her hair, and I've got a pink scrunchie, and so I can put my hair in a bun. And yeah, she's really looking forward to that. But that's on Sunday. So we've got Friday, we're doing bathing, washing legs and tails and everything because they're full of winter crud. Saturday we're doing bathing again and probably plaiting and everything and cleaning saddles and things, and then Sunday is the show. So Advent Animals is going to have to fit in around those 3 days. So I don't know how much work I'll get done because I'll probably be shattered by the time I get home. But luckily that's Easter weekend, so it's Good Friday, the Saturday and Easter Sunday. So no work, no school. So that'll be great fun. But Easter Monday, I'm planning my next start. Now this one's got a bit of a story behind it, and I had to look up when I actually managed to buy it. I first saw this piece on Sarah, the Stitchinmommy's YouTube channel. I love Sarah's work, and she's recently started following me, which is amazing. Sarah, I can't tell you how much that made me smile. I've been watching you for a few years now, and I think I've seen every video you've done because I've watched them from the beginning quite a long time ago. And when it popped up that Sarah had subscribed to me, I was like, oh my god, I feel like you've made it. So yeah, Sarah totally enabled this. It's called High Hopes, and it's by Just Nan Designs. And yeah, Sarah's stitching this one, and I absolutely love it. And it's going to be a memorial piece for her cat Cinnamon that passed away recently, and it did make me very sad actually when Cinnamon passed away, because she was a big part of your channel, Sarah, and us Cinnamon fans really love to see her. So really sorry that she's no longer with us, but she had a good life, bless her. I know you had her for a long time. But yeah, I fell in love with this piece when Sarah first showed this on her channel. But then a quick sort of internet search showed this is not readily available in the UK. In fact, it's not that well available at all. It's not on 123 Stitch. And then my sort of usual haunts of Lakeside Needlecraft and Patchwork Rabbit and Peakside, none of them had got it. So I looked on eBay and nothing there. But this is a tip for you now. If there's a chart you want and you can't find it anywhere, put a search into eBay. You can set up a search, and then it will notify you if anybody puts anything for sale with those search terms. So I put Just Nan High Hopes as my search term. And it's 2 years ago, April 2019, I got an email from eBay saying somebody had put something on Just Nan High Hopes. And I was like, oh, so I immediately followed the link, and it was somebody in the UK, and she was selling the chart. And it's not just the chart either, she was selling, well, be careful what I show you here. It also includes the little bird bath charm. I'll show you that the right way up. Which is absolutely gorgeous. And she'd actually done me a few copies of the charts on here, but yeah, these are some working copies of it. And yeah, it came up, and I don't think it was too expensive, but I knew it was rare, so I immediately put in sort of a maximum bid of what I was prepared to pay for this. I can't remember now what that was, but it was, you know, probably a fair amount, because I know, you know, if other people want this, the bidding could go up high, and I won it. And I don't think I paid that much either. I think £8 or £9, which is probably what the chart's worth new, you know, although it might be slightly more actually with that little charm. But over the moon, and the lady sent it out to me, and I've got it. But I've had it 2 years and I haven't started it. And it's one of those that I want to start. And I've gone through the floss list, and I think I'm only short of about 3. So I've only got about 3 flosses I need to order in out of about 30, which is great. And then I needed fabric, and this is where we're mixing into a little bit of haul, and I've got a bit of a dilemma. So the chart calls for 28 count raw linen, which is lovely. But I noticed that I was talking to Sarah about this, Sarah the Stitchinmommy. She's done hers on a green linen, and I think it looks lovely. So I've ordered a couple of pieces of fabric. So the first one is this gorgeous green linen, although I think it looks more even weavy than linen, but I'm sure I ordered, maybe I didn't, might be Murano, but it's this gorgeous light green colour, but not a bright light green. That's pretty true what you're getting there. This is a 32 count. Second piece of fabric I ordered is 28 count mushroom Lugana. A bit of fluff there. Which is this gorgeous neutral. I fell in love with mushroom Lugana after watching Caroline Mazzio. I linked her in my last video. When I watched her video, she uses mushroom Lugana, or she used mushroom Lugana all the time. And I think it's a really nice neutral, even weave, because I prefer even weave to linen. So I've got that one and I've got that one. Now obviously the colour that the chart calls for is far more close to the mushroom, but I really like the green. Now I've got two issues, one of which is the chart calls for 28 count and it has that bird bath charm. So if I stitch it on 32 count, is that charm going to fit? So I think what I need to do is look at the chart quite closely and map out how many squares the charm fits over, and then pinpoint it out on this fabric and see if it fits, you know, or if I'm way over. And if I'm way over, am I going over stitching? But my other dilemma is what I'm going to do with it when it's finished. Now I'm like, do I frame it or do I make it into a cushion? And then if I do frame it or make it into a cushion, where's it going in the house? Now, as most of you know, I'm doing a few cat pieces, the Patchwork Cats one and Pussycat that I finished recently, and I'm planning on putting them in my bedroom, and they're done on sort of either white or neutral fabric. If I do it on the green fabric, it's not going to look right in my bedroom, because my bedroom's, when we decorate, it's going to be sort of dusty pink, white and grey, so green's really not going to work that well. But the mushroom would, that's neutral. So I'm leaning towards the mushroom because one, it's 28 count, so it's the right count for the charm, and two, I think it will fit in better somewhere. But I think it will look nice on there, on the green. Now I've pulled the flossers that I've got and I've got them out on a thread card, and the flossers look good on either fabric. So these are the flossers, and let me show them. That's them against the mushroom, so you can see they all pop. The browns still show up, and obviously the blues will look nice, the yellowy colours will look nice. You can see the white because there's all that white in the fence. Incidentally, I'm not using the pearl cotton that the chart calls for. Again, Sarah said she preferred it with just EMC, so I've gone with that. That's fine. I'm not buying the pearl cotton to find that I don't like it. But yeah, it looks nice against that fabric, but it really pops against the green. Can you see? So the blues look good, the greens look good, the browns really pop, the white pops. Oh, which one do I use? I've got to Monday to decide, haven't I? That's when I want to start. What would you do? Tell me in the comments, please. Green or brown? Thinking if I do it on the green, I could probably frame it and put it in the kitchen. That would look all right, because the kitchen's white and grey, and then I've got artificial plants, so there's greenery in there anyway. So I could put this in the kitchen, framed. Wouldn't work as a cushion in the kitchen. And it wouldn't work in the living room as a cushion, because, again, white, grey, and then navy blue. And navy blue cushion as well. So I like to know where something's going. I don't stitch for the sake of stitching. I stitch because I want the piece. I want to do something with it, which is bizarre because I've got so many finishes at the moment that I've not done anything because I don't know what to do with them. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Mushroom or green? Which one? And hopefully I can try and make a decision by Good Friday. I suppose it's not permanent, is it? If I do start on the green and go to, I really don't like this, I can unpick it, save the green fabric for another day and use the mushroom, but I'd sooner not have to restart. So we'll see. So after I've given High Hopes 3 days, so that'll be Easter Monday, then the Tuesday and Wednesday. So Thursday the 8th of April the next thing that came up on my tiny decisions was Spring Freebies by Whilst Iris Snaps. So this is a gorgeous free chart available on her website. I fell in love with it when Michelle at Momma Loves You GB posted it on her channel a couple of Flosstubes ago, and I absolutely adored the bunnies and the carrots and it's just the whole spring theme of it. And I had a nice piece of blue fabric. That's blue linen, light blue linen. So now I've changed it, as you can see. For one, I put the carrots and the rabbits together. And two, I've changed the colour of the rabbits to match our own rabbits. Peter and Frosty. Peter's black, Frosty's white. And I'm doing it as sort of one piece as opposed to two. You see my cheeky needle minder there? I love that needle minder, that's so much fun. Naughty bunnies. But that's where that is at the moment. I've given this 2 days because I think I can finish it. I think this took me 3 days to do a quarter of the border, 2 carrots, 2 bunnies. I've only got 1 carrot and the border left to do because it's only a small piece. So I'm hoping that in 2 days, give myself the Thursday and the Friday. Thursday's a day off and the Friday I will be at work, but I'll be able to work on it in the evening. I suppose if I'm really close I could take it into Saturday as well. But yeah, so that's Spring Freebies by Whilst Iris Naps. And then the last thing it pulled is Unicorn Spring again, which is great because Unicorn Spring is my piece for 21 in 21 on Full Coverage Fanatics. Because it's tent stitch, I'm doing it, so it'll be 42 in 21, 42,000 stitches. I can't remember where I'm up to. I need to have a tot up and figure out where I'm up to stitches wise on that one. I think I'm on par for, if I work on it for the rest of the year at the same sort of speed, I should get those 42,000 stitches. Obviously the more it comes out, the more I'll get done. Right, so I mentioned about haul. I got those 2 fabrics and I also got a little Q-snap. So these came back into stock at Lakeside Needlecrafts, which seems to be the only place in the UK I've seen Q-snaps. They also sell the R&R frames, but I don't like them as much. My first plastic frame was an R&R one and it lost its tension. These loosened up really quickly and they actually snapped in the end. I don't know what happened to them, but they broke. So I gave up with that and I only buy Q-snaps now. So if I can't get a Q-snap, I go without. But yeah, I've got the 6x6. I want the 8x8 because at the moment the only thing I've got that size is a hoop and I'm not a massive fan of hoops. But it does the job. I'm using that, I was using that last night for jeans and weenies. That's why it's got a hoop mark on it. Because this is just a little bit too small. But this is going to be perfect for my advent animals. And I'll be able to perhaps even take them to work with me and have it as a bit of a travel piece, which would be good. So we'll see that. So that's all the haul I bought. I didn't buy anything. I bought a few flossers, but they've just been sort of bobbinated and put away. Some of them were to replace ones that had run out. Some were ones that I needed, but just basic DMC, nothing special. Yeah, I don't think I've bought anything else. No patterns or anything like that. So crochet. So I've been crocheting away and I finished something. How cute is that? This is a little Puff Perfection jacket. Hasn't been washed and blocked yet, which is why it's curling up a little bit at the bottom. But it's got gorgeous little blue spotty buttons and it's all finished. That's the back. Ooh, colour change there. It say it needs a wash. I think there's just a bit of a dirty floss in there. Not floss, wool, yarn. But this is age 3 to 6 months, so it's slightly bigger than the last couple of jackets I've done. And it's made in an Aran weight white acrylic. It's just Stylecraft Special Aran in white. And it's lovely, it's cosy, it's squishy. And it's going to be so nice. It's for a friend of mine who wanted from the horses and she's got a little grandson coming in May, so that's for her. And then I've only worked on one other crochet thing actually, funnily enough, but I'm enjoying it so much it's been taking up all my time. And this is a pattern that I saw while browsing Instagram, and it's by a crochet designer that I've done many of her patterns before. A lovely lady goes under the name of Hooked by Robin. On Instagram she's known as Puddinghead. And she posted this on her Instagram and I immediately had to start it because I was looking for a pattern for my last rainbow blanket. I mentioned that I'm making 3 rainbow blankets for a lady in Boston in the USA, and I just couldn't resist starting this one when I saw it. So this is called, I'm trying not to push this, Bavarian crochet, and it looks really quite complicated. And when I first started doing it, I thought it looked quite complicated because it's got some more advanced stitches in it. It's got back post, double treble, crochet together, and things like that. But once you know what you're doing, it's quite easy. So try to smooth it out. It is flat. But those are the colours I'm using. A beautiful rainbow in, this is Stylecraft Special DK. It's my go-to yarn. And you can see I'm still attached, working on the pink there that's up here. So you can see the pattern. Each colour is 2 rounds. So you start out by doing the bottom half of like the diamonds, and then your next round is the top half of the diamond, and that's what makes that shape. And then it's ridged like this because that's back post crochet. And that makes that nice ridge that goes and makes the diamondy shapes. Just absolutely, so it's a square, it'll be a square blanket. It's worked in the round. It's a yarn eater. It goes through a lot of yarn, but it's just gorgeous. And I've had a lot of likes and comments on my Instagram when I posted a picture of this. On Instagram, for my crochet, I'm known as Little Grey Hook. Here in the UK, my Etsy shop where I sell my blankets is known as Little Grey Hook as well. So that's all the crochet I've worked on this week. That took quite a long time, and finishing that took a while as well. I've got 3 other blankets on the go, but I don't think I've put any progress into those since you last saw them, so I haven't got them with me here today. So I think that's it for today. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I was going to tell you. We've done haul, we've done plans, yeah, we've done crochet, we've done whips, we've done life update. So next time you see me, I'm not entirely sure when it will be, because in 2 weeks time the kids will be off because it will be the Easter holidays still. It'll be the 2nd week of the Easter holidays, and I'm trying to film on a Tuesday because Tuesday's my day off. But obviously the children will be here, so I don't think I'll be able to film in the day. I might have to film in the evening. I mean, we've got lighter nights now, which is good, but yeah, I might film in the evening of the Tuesday next time, in a fortnight's time. And probably have to be upstairs in the bedroom with the door shut so that nobody's bothering me. I'm sorry I've got no cats to show you today. They were all around. They're asleep. They've been running around in the garden. We had a bit of time with the bunnies in the garden this morning while I had a cup of tea, and so they were running around enjoying the sunshine, and I think they're tired now. It's time for a sleep. Don't blame them. I would if I could. So I'll leave you there. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, please hit the like, is it down there? And subscribe to me if you'd like to, and hit the bell so you get the notifications of when I next post. And I hope to be with you in a couple of weeks' time. If you've got any questions or anything you'd like to speak to me about, or your comments on, you know, what fabric I do this one on, then please let me know. Please let me know in the comments below. I really do appreciate the comments, and I do try and reply to everybody as well. So with that, I shall say goodbye, and I'm going to go and enjoy a bit more of this sunshine. I'm going to go and clean the rabbits out, and I'll see you again soon. Oh, are you coming to join me? Are you coming to say hello? That's Darcy. Darcy, you're quite famous now. Come here. No, she doesn't want to come. She's thinking about jumping on the sofa, but she's gone to the other end. No, she's not coming on camera. So I will say goodbye here, and I'll speak to you all soon. Stay safe, guys. Thanks. Bye bye.